everybody, what's up? KillJoy Jake here, and instead of having friends, I have horror movies. Today we got a big ol' Scream 5 update, talking about some like weird comments from Rose McGowan. We're gonna get into all that in just a second here, but first I'm gonna need y'all to like this video and subscribe for more horror content. Also, please consider supporting me on Patreon. It helps fund all of my crazy road trip videos and this upcoming movie, the Scream fan film that I'm working on that comes out in October. Alrighty, now let's get into it.
What's your favorite scary movie?
Well, I'm Pennywise the dancing clown.
Oh, no, not the beast! Not the beast!
You son of a...
God, don't do that.
But sometimes that is better.
So recently a super fan of Scream posted this picture of like it's a promo like artwork or whatever, like promo poster for Scream from 1996, and Rose McGowan actually commented on it saying a whole bunch of weird stuff about the new film. Rose said on Instagram, Scream 5 is financed, produced, distributed by Kevin Williamson, who resurrected the monstrous name Miramax. He was there every step of the way, and they've reached out for me to have a cameo by voice. How quaint, how charming, how noble. Enjoy your movie. Now personally I think her comments on Kevin Williamson are a little ridiculous, but let's talk a little bit about the fact that she did mention that they reached out to her for a voice role. Now theoretically, if that is true, why would they need Rose McGowan's voice? Would it be to voice Tatum in a flashback scene? Now my running theory right now is we have already seen set pictures of Stu's house exactly how it looked like in 1996. So my assumption is we're going to get some kind of like flashback, some kind of like some kind of scene that takes place at that party, but we're going to learn something about that night that we might not have known actually happened during the events of the original film. Could involve some party members that we didn't know were there. Like for example, maybe Rose McGowan's Tatum character from the original Scream, maybe she ran into like Judy Hicks who was at that party, but we just didn't know about that at the time. Like one of the many Scream 5 theories is that Judy Hicks and Billy might have had some like forbidden love child together that Sydney did not know about, and that's who Dylan Minette's character is. The only thing that doesn't make sense about that theory though is like, where was this kid during Scream 4? Like why was there no mention of Judy having a kid during that time period? I don't know, that's like a little bizarre to me. So I don't know if that's exactly what's going on here. What I do think though is that for sure we're getting some kind of like flashback scene. So something else we could see though in this new Scream film is that maybe Gail goes back to like through her old like just through old stuff like of all the past Ghostface murder cases, and she finds that camera from the original film that she hid in Stu's house to kind of like survey everything that was going on at the party. My guess right now is that maybe Gail is going back through like all that footage, and then she sees like some scene that we have never seen before, something that went down at the party. What that could be, I don't know. Does it involve Judy Hicks being at the party? Does it involve something about Billy and Stu that we might not have known? Maybe they had like another accomplice that would lead into who the killer is in this new film. It's really anybody's guess, but why else would they need Rose McGowan's voice? And maybe they reached out to like Skeet Ulrich, Matthew Lillard, maybe also even Jamie Kennedy to reprise all their roles of characters who are unfortunately now dead. I think that's a really cool way to bring back those characters in ways that aren't like just resurrecting them from the dead in like totally ridiculous ways like that. Instead, it's like just showing us a flashback of something that has already happened in the past. That would be a really cool way to bring back all these characters while also giving us some crazy plot point. Now there's also a chance that maybe on this Instagram comment Rose McGowan wasn't being exactly super truthful, so I would just take all of that with a grain of salt. I mean, I still think somehow we're gonna get a flashback scene. It's already been confirmed that Stu's house, looking exactly like it did in 1996, is going to be in this film. I seriously doubt that people still own that house and kept it exactly the same since 1996. I think we're getting some kind of flashback, man. We are getting some kind of flashback scene in one capacity or the other. If that is true about them reaching out to Rose McGowan for a voice role that I'm guessing she declined, then that just adds more fuel to that fire, man. I think for sure we are getting some kind of crazy flashback. What do you guys think though? Are you thinking we're getting some kind of flashback at Stu's house, or maybe people have just kept it exactly the same since 1996 and we're gonna get another scene at Stu's house for whatever reason? I think if we're gonna go to Stu's house in like modern day, it's gonna be like a broken down, like abandoned house, and it's gonna look all crappy and stuff. That's why I just don't think that there's no way we're going back to that house and it's gonna look like all nice and refurbished and people are still living there. It's like where all these murders happen. But what do you guys think? Leave me a comment about it down below. Thank you all so much for watching my new Scream 5 update. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more horror content. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Just look up KillJoy Jake and I should come up. Follow me on Patreon. The link for that will be in the description below. And as always, don't forget to kill it out there, y'all.